Groovy morning. YouTube. Yeah, it's morning. It's June 8th. Happy birthday, Raylan Points. Shout outs. You betcha. Facebook tells me it's your birthday. I might give you a shout out. Or I might just unfriend you. It's one of those things. Birthdays. I love to unfriend people on their birthday because it's hilarious. Anyway, that's what I was going to talk about today. Facebook, okay? I'm not. Yeah, you might notice I'm not wearing my glasses. They're up there. I'm about to go to bed. I'm tired as hell. I am not a big fan of Facebook. Like, the first reason that I signed up for Facebook was because I had this party bus. And, it was fun, the party bus was. And all my friends were like, oh, you got to get on Facebook and Twitter so you can advertise your business on there. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I tried that. Facebook is pretty expensive to actually advertise on. So I said, well, fuck it, I'll be Scooby Tulsa. Just add a Tulsa to the end of my nickname. And it makes it easier to find me. And I just tell people, like, seriously, just Google Scooby Tulsa, you will find me. And people get rude, like, oh, you're being an asshole. You're telling me to Google you. What, you think you're special? No, I worked my ass off to make it so you can Google Scooby Tulsa and find this guy. Lucky you. Anyway, Facebook has been kind of called out on their shit, but people don't notice. They're not paying attention. So, what is Facebook's shit, you might ask? Well, okay. Facebook, much like Google, and also Amazon, oddly enough, they make a considerable amount of money from selling your data. They do. Facebook, from what I've read, they make an average of $87 per month from you and me, I guess. But it's from each user, and how many fucking users do they have? It's over 1 billion, right? So you're talking $87 billion a month in revenue? And I'm sure they spend a boatload on, developing new software and all that crap, because I just updated Facebook like 4 days in a row, and I was like, well, what the hell's up with this? So I went ahead and I uninstalled Facebook. But the thing is, the reason why I uninstalled Facebook, and I'm not kidding, okay, do this experiment yourself. Pick a topic that you don't normally talk about, okay? For me, it was the word divorce, okay? Like, me and my wife, we are really good friends. I love my wife. Not trying to divorce or anything like that. But, like, I'm just not marriage material. Like, I'm a truck driver. I never see her. She's a truck driver now. She never sees me. Like, why are we married? She can go do whatever the hell she wants to do, and I'll be happy. Like, I'm easy to please. Like, do whatever you want to do. I'll see you when I see you. And that's the way it is right now, while we're married. And you might say, oh, well, you got to be there every day and have your head plucked right up her ass. No, I don't. No, I fucking don't. She's a grown woman. She can go do her own thing. But anyway, so we were talking about that, and we just talked. We just said, hey, And the next day, both me and her getting these, messages on every website, those little boxes that are on every damn website. Divorce attorney this and get a divorce that. Like, what the hell? That was weird. I didn't really think anything about it. Well, about a week goes by after that. I was at the time I was home a lot. Still driving a truck, but there's other opportunities. Anyway, yeah. So about a week goes by, and we had a neighbor live right behind us that had roaches, bad. And if you ever dealt with a neighbor with roaches, they're coming. So I was like, let me go get some roach bait. And I went and I bought some combat roach bait, the kind with the fipronil inside. Yeah, I said fipronil, pussy. Anyway, this cockroach bait, it works really well. It's not an endorsement that's pain or anything. I use the stuff that comes in the gel, the stuff that's like a, little. It looks like a syringe, without a needle, because those are creepy. But anyway, you put it way back there where the roaches hang out, and like on the hinges. I don't know if you've ever seen cockroach infestation. I used to work for Orkin, so I know all about roaches. Anyway, you put stuff in place. Do not fucking spray it, because it is bait that they are going to eat. And if you spray it, it tastes like poison, so they don't eat it. The fipronil is just strong enough to kill roaches, barely. It takes a while to knock them down. But anyway, basically I go and I'm like, hey, I'm going to get you guys some roach bait. And I go to the store and I buy it. And then I'm looking at my, websites, all that shit later. And poof, there's a bunch of combat roach bait ads. Just, what the hell? And then, a couple weeks goes by after that, and we got ants. And then poof, hey, get your Amdrobe ant bait. Now, here's the thing, okay? Remember how I was saying, hey, I got tired of these stupid updates from Facebook. I just don't want them. Like, why do you need to update 4 times in the same week? It was 4 days in a row. I was done. I was like, no more. Fuck this stupid bullshit. So I went ahead and uninstalled it. Just uninstalled it. And I logged into the web browser, which you can do. That's like, Facebook's a website. Why the hell do you need the app in the first place? So anyway, uninstall the app, log into the website, and all that shit stopped for me. Stuff I'm talking about, like right now, I won't see ads about this shit later. You know why? Because Facebook's not listening to me. Okay? The app actively listens to you. Now, Google and Amazon have this wonderful built-in excuse on theirs that, if you say, hey Alexa, or okay Google, or whatever the hell the keywords are, it's got to have the audio listening to catch it. Yeah, I mean, that totally, sure, whatever. But they're listening to every fucking thing you say. And they're gearing those ads toward things you talk about. If you're into watching TV, there's going to be TV ads like you would believe. If you're, talking about getting a divorce, those divorce ads are freaking scary. They pop up everywhere. You're like, But I really don't know what to say. I mean, I can't get rid of my Google phone. Go pick up an Apple phone because that's not any further away from Satan, whatever. So yeah, I'm like, kind of in a hard spot with Google, and you can't opt out of that shit. You buy an Android phone, you gotta use the Google shit. You have to. It's built into the damn phone, and they're listening every single thing you say. And it's funny because 10 years ago, back whenever the Obama was president still, I told everybody in their dogs. Matter of fact, I used to say this back when Bush was in president. Oh my God, I sound like the Obama phone lady. Anyway, don't auto-tune that, please. Okay. Anyway, whenever Bush was president, I was saying, I bet you they're recording every phone call. I bet you they're keeping track of everything you say. This is back before smartphones. And people are like, no, you're a conspiracy theorist. You're crazy for that. What's really, really, really funny, this has actually happened the day before Edward Snowden's big reveal came out. I was talking to a friend of mine who loved Obama. Oh, Obama's great. He's going to make us wonderful and blah, blah, blah. He's just so glorious. He has a D by his name. He's basically Trump with no orange, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I'm talking to him, and he's all, man, they'd never spy on. Why would they? That's stupid. They would never do that. That would just make no sense at all. Why would they do that? The government wouldn't do that. The government ain't there to do that. Yeah, the next day, okay, guess what? They're spying on you. Well, they need to. That's what he says. They need to. It's terrorism world out there. We got to be spying on everybody so we know who the terrorists are. Yeah. You can't make an excuse for something that's illegal. You can't, okay? Don't believe me? Read the Constitution. Read it. It's there, okay? Even Wikipedia has the Constitution. All the text of the Constitution. Read the fucking thing. We're talking, we the people all the way through to a goddamn minute, okay? Read the fucking thing, okay? You will like it. It's a damn good document. It makes a lot of sense, okay? It's there to help you. It's like the only time, seriously, in the entire history of our country where legislators or people who make up shit, that's what a legislator is. It doesn't mean that they're in Congress. You can be a legislator and dictate to your children as well. Dictators are legislators. Make sense? Legislative people are people that issue edicts. Again, Google that. Anyway, these people, they can just say whatever the hell they want to say. And the thing is, they don't say things that are of benefit to you. They say things like, oh, well, we got to have new regulations for these people over there because they drive big trucks and they got to be really, really regulated. What did I do to them? Shit. You know, all that food on your plate, fat fuck, I brought that. Leave me the fuck alone. Anyway, basically, long story short, because it's a long damn story, the only time that we've actually had our rights protected by the government was through courts. And we're talking a lot of lawsuit money. Like, this ain't something that's free. You know, seriously. It takes a lot of money to get to the Supreme Court and make that the law of the land. Okay? And it's because it's weighed against the Constitution. Every single court case is weighed through, judicial rules that are in the Constitution. I'm trying to think where it was in Florida. It was back in like the 1950s. It wasn't that long ago, where they didn't actually provide somebody with a lawyer. That just wasn't a standard thing. It was before Miranda and all that shit. And there's a guy, I forget his damn name, a broke guy, and he was charged with a crime. And he was railroaded. And luckily somebody took up his cause and appealed it and made it all the way to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court's like, what do you mean you don't provide a freaking lawyer? Now you do. And that's what everybody does now. If you're broke as shit and you're accused of a crime, notice I said you're accused of a crime, not you did a crime. Because there's a lot of shit that people accuse you of, you ain't nothing to do with it. Nothing. But they say, oh, well, look at him. He's a certain skin color. Or he's, wearing the same kind of shirt. And I mean, maybe, something like this where it's some, 4-year-old or 5-year-old friggin' Jedi, Yoda, leprechaun shirt. I don't know. It's from 4 or 5 years ago at St. Patrick's Day. It says, who needs luck when you're a Jedi? Yeah, that's what it says. Yeah. I'm not a Jedi, but he is. That's a cute shirt. So I'm like, it's mine. I think actually my wife bought this one for me. She buys me a lot of shirts. Or bought me. She doesn't see me anymore. And the last time we saw each other was in March. No shit. I think, well, no, wait, hang on. It was in April, that's right. She was rolling through Tulsa, and I happened to be in Tulsa on home time. We hung out for a bit with me, eat some good food. Anyway, long story, seriously. It's a long damn story about how laws are put in place to protect you. They're never written by our legislators. You've got to keep that in mind. When they're like, oh, we're going to change the laws, and we're going to make up all this wonderful shit, and blah, blah, blah. No, it's not for you. It's not good for you. Okay, they have these stupid things where there's one called CALM, which is like the commercial air, levels, commercial audio level, something like that. Commercial audio level mitigation or minimization or some shit. Because whenever you turn on your TV, the volume goes up and down depending on if there's a commercial on. And that was annoying to people, and people bitched about it and wrote letters. And guess what they decided to do? We're going to fix this so you people don't have to deal with that anymore. And they did. They spent weeks and weeks and hundreds of millions of our dollars doing this crap. Not kidding. And here's the thing. You turn on your TV today, guess what happens? Your TV shows are like this. And then buy Viagra! What the fuck? Come on. They don't fix anything. The international whatever crime syndicate that calls my phone is violating a law. Not kidding. Those people that call you, 5 times a day during dinner and all that shit. Like, oh, this is so-and-so with credit card services, and we're going to fix your shit. That person is breaking a federal law. Anybody do anything about it? Not a thing. They made that law to protect you, and it ain't doing shit for you. They still call you, don't they? Every day. Yeah. So anyway, I know. I can't stick to a topic. I wonder. But basically, when it comes to things where you think you're getting a good deal because your president said so, your government said so, your senators, you're going to go elect this guy so he's going to make your life better. No, they're not. They're lying to you. That's what they say to get in office. And then what do they actually do? A great example. 5 of them, actually. Every fucking election, they bring these 5 things up. And I've watched it. They do this every fucking election. Immigration. Right? Abortion. Right? So, taxes. Taxes are a big one. Minimum wage. Minimum wage. Everybody fucking bitching about minimum wage. Minimum wage. Government spending. Those 5 will be mentioned during every fucking election. It doesn't matter. Okay? I mean, I get it. You're like, well, it wasn't in my city council. No, it wasn't in your city council. I'm talking about federal elections, especially the president. They have debates about those 5 topics all the damn time. And here's the thing. Did they actually fix any of them? Everybody's going to be like, oh, yeah, man, Trump fixed that thing with the taxes because next year we got these extra things and there's no more of those things and blah, blah, blah. You haven't seen that year come and go yet. Okay? That's the thing that's supposed to be happening. Much like calm. Always remember calm. You know, always remember the federal do not call list that you're on, but they still call. Who's enforcing that? You know, you think the taxes are actually going to change? You really think that? Think again. I don't know. I hear so many great things. I hear so many bad things. Mainly what people say about Trump is, you know, as far as bad things, is he's a sexist, a chauvinist. Bitch, get over it, okay? He's a sexist. What the fuck ever? Okay? Was it, you know, that empowering for Obama that he wasn't a sexist? Where's your minimum wage raise? Fucking retard. Yeah, I said retard. Pussy. Think about that. He was in 8 years. It never even came up. They never even talked about it. There was protests, coast to coast. Yeah, there's people walking into a fucking Taco Bell that I was trying to get food at. You know, they shut down Walmarts because people were walking out and going and protesting, wanting $15 an hour. What did that motherfucker do? He worked for 1.5 years straight to get this dumbass Obamacare law that didn't benefit anybody. You know, and you think I'm kidding. You think I'm you know, just full of shit on that. Go look the shit up. Go look up Obamacare coverage, you know, like the healthcare crisis coverage, probably they called it back in 2009, 2010. Go look that shit up. 30 million Americans, 10% of Americans, blah, blah, don't have insurance. How many don't have it now? How many didn't have it a week after Obamacare passed? How many didn't have it at the peak and wonderment of Obamacare in 2016? Oh, 10%, 30 million people. It didn't fucking help anybody. Shut up. It didn't, okay? Talking fucking results. Did it help? No, it didn't. It didn't. You liked it. It didn't help anybody. Shut up. Yeah. Anyway, that is my goofy ass rant for today. And I might do one tomorrow. I'm skipping days. I work my ass off. And yeah, enjoy your fucking food stamps. Pay for them.